Is it possible to make a polished roguelike in one single day? I think it is. So what is the requirements for this to be a finished game? We need to have upgrades, permadeath, and a boss fight. So I started with making these models. It took me around an hour or so. So we got a player and 4 enemies, as well as some cosmetic kind of VFX type things. See a lot of clips from me streaming, because I actually streamed the first half of the progress before I got too tired to stream and just pumped it out throughout the night. I added in some basic movement, where you walk around and look towards the mouse. I also added in some basic functionality to the base entity component, like dealing damage and taking damage. I added in some VFX to the attack animations, as well as improved the hitboxes a bit, and with this the combat started to feel much better. But then I realized all the attack animations I had made was for the player, so they were super quick and super responsive. That didn't feel good when the enemy used them, because you had no time to dodge at all. So I decided to jump back into Blender and do some new attack animations for the enemies. I decided to make some attack zones in Blender as well, that will show you a highlight area where the enemy is gonna deal damage. And with all this added, it's starting to look pretty good. Wow. And I love ragdolls in games, so I decided to make whenever an enemy dies, it's just ragdolls. As you might know, ragdolls can have a huge impact on performance, so I did some trickery next time it was time for the upgrades, or the ability system that I decided to create. So when you pick up these cubes, you get an ability. In this case, the only ability was currently the laser, and it feels so good just to blast the enemies in the face. Then I created a wave handler, so we can spawn waves that get increasingly harder and harder. But I found this funny bug where they all spawn in a circle and just stand there. It looks pretty menacing. But with that fixed, the game is really starting to come together. It's so fun just dash around, slashing these enemies and shooting them with a laser. There's a lot of guys on the screen currently. Next up, I made it so the enemies drop experience, and when you pick up enough experience you get teleported to this platform where you can pick a new ability. I also had a chance for enemies to drop a meatball, a meat stick. Whenever you walk into it, you eat it and get some max HP and some healing. Since we only got the one ability, the laser, I decided to make some more of those. So I added in a few. I added in fireball type nuke ability, that you shoot out the projectile, you load it up, you shoot it out, and it explodes in a massive explosion. Added the spinning blade, ground smash, and some projectiles that tips away and hits random enemies. And now for the boss fight. I started out with making this basic slash attack, but it was a little bit broken at first. Then I turned it into a 3 attack combo with 2 slashes and then a big slam in the middle. And this looks pretty cool. My plan is to add 3 boss attacks, so now we got the first one, let's move on to the second one. I decided the second one is gonna be a laser, because I was pretty tired at this point. So I decided to reuse the laser, I just turned it purple, and it looks pretty damn cool if I say so myself. Then, for the last attack, I decided to make the boss throw a big bomb that explodes in a purple explosion, as well as spawn some skeleton guys. And then I packaged the game and uploaded it to itch. The time was 1:56 AM. Let me tell you, those last 2-3 hours was a real grind. I think in total it took me about 12 hours to make the game. I had a lot of breaks throughout the day. I hanged out with my girlfriend and such. But realistically, I think you would need a little bit more time to make a game like this. Now the game has no sound. It's kinda polished, but not as polished as I would like it to be, as well as the texture of the ground is just a checkerboard texture I made real quick. But I think it's a pretty good game for being made in around 12 hours. It's really nice to see as well how long I have come in my game dev journey, that I can produce a game like this in under a day. I think is pretty impressive. Tell me what you think in the comments. And if you would like, please check out my game Miglorn on Steam, wishlist, and try out the demo. And thank you for watching the video. And I hope you have a great day.